the normal version of the song and then like the English version of the song. And so like I don't want to hear the Korean version of More and More directly followed by the English version of More and More. So I have to like
Yeah, it's a little
separate them.
awkward. Yeah, I have the remix for 34 plus 35 right after Body Party by Sierra. So you know what kind of mood that is. And I think it just fits right there.
It makes sense.
On the exact opposite side of the playlist.
Just like these two ran to the exact opposite side of the stage and started throwing stuff at each other.
They're just chucking little blue things at each other. One is water shurikens, one is sentient being.
One is a man.
Yeah, one is a human. Well, maybe not a human. One is a person, the other is a frog. One is an ugly creature, the other is Greninja.
I haven't like caught up to my Pikmin lore because I've never played a Pikmin game, but I'm pretty sure Alf is a human.
No, they're not humans, they're Hokotation.
Okay.
Because they're not from Earth. Only humans.
Okay, you're right. They're not from Earth.
That's PNF 404, that's Earth. I haven't played a Pikmin game in so long. I love Pikmin 3.
There was this one time I was like hanging out with one of my friends in like middle school or something, and he just like tries to explain the plot of Pikmin to me, and he was good forward air. He was being like really like, oh, you haven't played Pikmin? It's the best game ever. One of those guys. And so that like kind of turned me off on the franchise as a whole, and I just haven't played it since. It was like in middle school.
Yeah, I mean middle school people are like that.
Yeah. I was like, I don't really have any interest in this franchise anymore, and I've just like kept that bias since then.
I do the same thing with anything, even with music. My friend is like, you gotta listen to this person, they're the best person ever, and I'm like, I never want to listen to them, even though I've never heard of them, purely because you're just being annoying. But then I do the exact same thing.
I could love them very much, but because of what you did, I'll never know. Alright, so IceKnight off to an early lead here. He's got a whole stock advantage. He's been playing really well around Pikmin-less Olimar, making sure he like doesn't get a chance to like pluck his Pikmin.
He did just get smacked 3 times in the face by a purple though.
Yeah. I mean, that's a purple. What are you gonna do against purple?
Perps. My perps.
What if it was purple?
But what if it was purple? What if it was parried into an up smash that didn't kill? Into a forward smash that did kill?
Yeah, I really think Greninja being able to kind of rush down Olimar and pressure him constantly is going to pay dividends off in this match. He's so overwhelming as a character, Greninja is, that Olimar can never like feel comfortable enough to set up his stuff, and Olimar needs like that comfort space to set up his Pikmin, order his Pikmin, that kind of deal.
Yeah, no one feels comfortable against Greninja because the character has very spicy movement.
Spicy movement,
as I have established before. A spicy McChicken from McDonald's. That's Greninja. Cheap and easy. I haven't had McDonald's in so long. I want to eat it so I can feel trashy.
There's a McDonald's like right by my work, and it's so like dangerous.
There's a McDonald's 200 feet from my house.
Oh no!
I just haven't bothered to go. I don't like drive-throughs most of the time because it's so hard to talk to people over the drive-through. Also, I don't know what I'm ordering. I need that like in-store screen thingy, the self-checkout. Yeah. Because I like need to look at something and make sure it's the right thing. I don't like standing in line at like the fast food places trying to order stuff and I don't know exactly what I want and how to word it properly, so I don't look like an idiot.
There's this
That's why like going to
McDonald's.
Cane's is so easy because they only sell one thing.
Yeah, I
So
love
it's like, can I get this? I guess I'd like this drink. Can I do this? Thank you. Like that's the whole conversation at the window
that's
or
sort of
over
how
the
In
over
and
the
Out is
speaker.
like back in California. Oh, bye 34. Like
He couldn't stay up all night.
he has to go find 35.
He couldn't pluck his pigment to the daylight.
That's sort of like how In and Out is back in California. Like they don't have anything other than the burger, so you're just like, and they ask you specifically like, well, do you want onions on my burger? And so you know you're always gonna get like exactly what you want. I still think In and Out is like mid to high tier, but it's like it's nice that you don't have to think about that.
He's back. I wonder what happened. Maybe he left by accident.
I don't know.
He could have just accidentally held B and then pressed A when he like meant to cancel. Because I've had that before. You're like you press the opposite button you're supposed to press in every instance. Like maybe you're supposed to go forward, you press B, and then instead of pressing B to back out of that, you press A. So you just press the wrong button every single time, and you end up like backing out of the menu.
Like someone that keeps having to heal their Pokemon at a Pokemon Center because they just keep mashing A.
Yeah, I've definitely double healed and double saved. Or I'll be in like a menu that's like, would you like to quit? And you have to like hit A to say yes instead of just mashing B. So I'll be mashing B and I'll go through the menu like 3 times before not mashing it.
Man, shout out to the Ocarina of Time owl. I can't tell you how many times I listen to the same thing being said by that owl just because I mashed too hard.
Would you like to hear my instructions again? That's
Or like when you're starting specifically the 4th generation of Pokemon games, and at the very beginning, like Professor Rowan's like, before we begin, is there any info you need? And it's just like controls and like adventure info. But if you mash A too fastly, he like starts going on about, well, if you press the A button, you can select things.
Or if you press
Like,
the power button, you can start this over and it'll probably be quicker.
Thanks, Professor Rowan.
I surprisingly never had that problem. Like, I think I pressed it once because I genuinely wanted to see what would happen. But I never actually had that problem. Also, that down air somehow hit him, scooped him from underneath.
Yeah, I think that was a 2-frame.
I believe it. I think so.
Thirty4 looking a lot more comfortable in this matchup. I think the wider stage in FD like helps him a lot. Ooh, good down air.
Oh, what was that?
Another one.
Another one. Another air dodge.
Yeah, so Greninja has this weird thing where some hitboxes some angles of up B will clank with the stage and he'll just bonk and fly off. And that's what happened there, unfortunately, for IceKnight. And 34 is gonna run with this lead.
He's just kind of rolling him.
I mean, that's how you play Olimar, right? You get one lead and you just extend it as far as you can go.
Yeah, he learned from the Plasma Ring. Just steamrolled them.
Oh, wow.
Like that. Oh, but look how close it was to dying.
I mean, he had another stock left. He was
Yeah,
fine.
he did, but like, he was still, that was a really cool trade.
Alright, so leaving and rejoining the lobby, obviously working out for 34 there, so...
Is the power up. You know what's funnier than 34? 35.
35.
I need to make that picture. I need to make Pluck Me Till the Daylight into a meme picture.
Please.
Are they good in there? Oh, there they go.
I was like, I don't know
Never
what
mind,
to
they're
say
not.
about this.
I was like, do I say something? Did
we're-
Discord die? It's not
we're just
starting
chilling.
though, and the music's still going. Again, we're not in person, so we're just kind of there's no one to awkwardly look at.
Yeah. The return to in-person events is going to be so good for the Two Slaps a Note commentary because one, we'll stop like both talking at the exact same time, and two, we'll be able to like awkwardly look at each other when stuff like that happens.
I feel like the atmosphere will also be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
No talking over each other like we've been doing. I can be a little bit louder. You know, like Jennifer Lopez said, let's get loud.
Let's get loud. Let's get loud.
I'm pretty sure the audio quality will probably be nicer for our voices.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly a box of props.
I want a huge box of props, but like all related to these references we've been throwing out in our myriad of lore we've created.
Well, we have the risky wiki crisis.
Of course. I just have the entire outfit that Chae Young wore during that.
I'll probably bring like my peach umbrella and crown to like everything.
Mm-hmm.
At least the umbrella. The crown is like a little annoying to keep on the head, but the umbrella I can just like fold it up. Also, he is
Wow,
dead,
that up
dead,
smash.
He's dead. 34 does not. He's like, okay, I'm done with this. After that game one, I'm done. I'm out. Girl,
These
don't do
reverse
it.
up smashes with the purple Pikmin are like
Insane.
that is the adaptation that 34 needed to make, and oh wow,
That's the
good
super armor that he
too.
needed. Oh, they're still not killing.
Yeah, up
That's
there's like
75.
no.
This is actually really dangerous.
I think up throw is probably okay. Good down throw or down tilt.
Down
rather,
tilt to fair.
What am I saying?
Down
tilt to
throw
fair.
up smash. And
Down
he does
throw
down
smash.
tilt fair.
Down tilt fair. Whatever it is. Good Greninja combo.
Down move to forward move.
Good
That was
Greninja
sick.
combo takes stock for IceKnight.
Nice moves there. They did something. The 34 is just kind of fishing for a kill now.
I mean, he kind of has the leverage to do so.
He has just a little bit.
Obviously, you don't want to like bring IceKnight back into the game, but he's at.
No, you don't
like,
want to let him
blue Pikmin.
breathe.
He's at like blue Pikmin up throw kill percent, and he knows it, so he can kind of just start throwing things and hope something connects.
He can also just like tack on damage, and then eventually any straight hit will kill.
Mm-hmm.
The up air so close to killing, but barely not.
Ooh, down smash, not gonna take it.
Not gonna
Jeez.
kill. He is at 175. If he had Pikmin when he spawned, he would have been able to get a grab right there.
Mm-hmm.
But because he has to pluck them till the daylight.
And this is why like letting IceKnight back into the match is such a
Bad
scary
decision.
spot to 34. Yeah, because he's not too far from
Just
kill
killing him now,
percent right
especially
here.
at 70 and off stage
Yeah.
like this.
Oh, try to get everything
Oh, just
there,
a purple to that face.
Mm.
An unfortunate up smash that didn't connect, but probably would have killed.
I think IceKnight bet it all on the air dodge in there, which 34 was doing occasionally, but 34 wisely choosing a different escape option, and that's what let him take that game. And now he's one game away from winning Friday Night Netplay number 38 right now.
Yeah, only on to game 4. This seems to be a thing with the grand finals, is where it goes to game 4, and then that's it. Like the person in loser side wins game 1, and then the person who had been waiting wins the next 3 games.
Well, you have to imagine the person who just came from loser's side obviously has the momentum on their side from winning at least one, possibly more sets back to back.
Yeah.
And the person who's been waiting has not been playing necessarily,
For
has not been
probably,
keeping
yeah.
warm.
For probably like 30 minutes, maybe 45.
34-45, if you will. I'm
That's
liking.
the new petition, 79.
I'm liking that 34 is immediately tossing blue Pikmin onto IceKnight because the blue Pikmin are one of, like, each Pikmin has a different type of move they ignore. The red one being fire, the yellow one being electric, and the blue one actually has water moves, which pretty much only pertains to Greninja, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think as well as the blue fire, and I think aura stuff as well.
I didn't know about the aura.
Oh,
actually.
Squirtle as well has some water stuff.
Yeah.
I think that Richter's Holy Fire, I think it's the same properties as aura.
Yeah, so Richter's Holy Water and oh, good offset.
As a bad counter.
One of the only differences you'll be able to tell between Richter and Simon is Simon blocks red Pikmin, or doesn't block red Pikmin, and Richter doesn't block blue Pikmin. That's literally the only difference.
Or maybe Richter's doesn't.
Wait, no, Holy Water.
I vaguely remember discussing this earlier. I think Richter's actually does get affected by the Pikmin, whereas Simon's does not. Because when Frosty played, we always suggested that he use Simon in place of Richter against any Olimar player, but he always denied it just because he wanted to play Richter. Don't remember the exact specifics to it, but I think that Simon has the edge. Don't quote me.
I thought that Richter's. I'm like thinking about it more, and I thought that Richter's attacked all of them, and Simon's just didn't hit red. Because I'm trying to think, and like I don't remember actually seeing anything that Richter's didn't affect blue. Like I don't ever remember hearing that. I think also, I just said that.
This is gonna be a 3-stock.
Yeah. I was like trying to get back into it. Immediately a spike happens. And not the lag kind.